Something really interesting came up last night on my weekly MCH Men's Connect Hub call, and it was around people just getting stuck in how to do things, strategy, mechanics, stuff like that, the how of it all. And the way that I broke it down was that you really got three things that are ultimately driving you, that you're having to work through, and in order to get to. And that's your why, your how, and your what. Okay. So when you get stuck in the how, what it does is it oftentimes just keeps you very much stuck in your head, right? And we've been told oftentimes, don't worry about how to do things. Just concern yourself more with getting to your ultimate goal, and the how will reveal itself to some degree. But you also got to be mindful of your why. What's the purpose? What's really driving you to get there? And so you got your why over here, let's just say, as the driver, and it's what I call the purpose tank. You need to fill your purpose tank with all the reasons as to why something is personally important to you, but then also, who else does it serve? How is there an experience of fulfillment for you? Who else is it serving in your life? Or is it a greater cause that you're going to serve, and you're serving some other people, perhaps people you've never met, maybe people you may never meet, but for some reason that cause is important to you, it calls to you, it speaks to you. Whatever the case may be, you have your why and you stock up your reasons. The more reasons you have for doing a thing, the more full that purpose tank is going to be. And that'll get you through any and all challenges in order to get to your outcome, your what. So you got your why over here, and then you got your what. The how is what's in between and what bridges the two. That's where we get to be creative, solution oriented. That's where we've also got to be very adaptable. We cannot be attached to the how. And if we get too stuck in concerning ourselves with the how, we often get attached to how to do things. And that's where we've got to be ready to course correct. Because on our way to our outcome, things can change, roadblocks get thrown into our path, and we got to navigate around them, over them, under them, whatever the case may be. And what's going to get us there is that fuel from the purpose tank that will keep us going no matter what comes into our path, right? So the how is where we get to be creative, it's where we get to be adaptive, and also it's where we're going to encounter failure. And a great mantra to take on is that failure is feedback. So that was something that really came up last night. And it was great because it had men thinking differently. Focus more on what's your outcome, what's your what. Then place some energy and some focus on why is it important to you. And what's really great about that is that Tony Robbins has a great saying that all success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. The psychology gets driven by the purpose, by your purpose tank being fueled, all the reasons as to why something is personally important to you. Who else does it serve? Why is that cause important to you? Or why is this particular task important to you? Whatever it is, who else does it serve? And the more that it serves somebody else, the greater the purpose tank will be full. So that is going to really drive the psychology behind it all, that 80% that you need. And then the mechanics, the how, it's only 20% in order to get you to the what, to the outcome. And be prepared that things will get very challenging. That's why that purpose tank has to be full. And particularly with what we're dealing with in this pandemic and still having to undergo challenges and possible extensions for different states opening up at different times, we have to really be adaptable. And the adaptable is in the how. But what's going to have us change up and be adaptable is that if you're purposeful, if you're really purposeful enough, if you really got that purpose tank full, you will then be adaptable, and that will get you to your outcome, whatever that outcome may be. It might just be to be healthy, to connect with other people, to be purposeful in and of itself, something that you can do, something that you can take on that in some way serves other people. It could be a fundraiser, whatever it is that you can do in today's world, having to undergo self-quarantine still to this day, almost 2 months into this. So whatever it is, I just invite you to really look at what's an intended target, something that inspires you, and then look at, well, why does it inspire you? Why is it important to you? And then the how, let it resolve itself. And if it's something that doesn't really seem so big, another pathway is look for how you can find and create purpose in just about everything you do. Like for instance, if it's taking care of yourself, right? Your well-being, eating better, your exercise program, all those things can be seriously affected being in quarantine. Well, if you look at why is that important to you to begin with, yeah, sure, you yourself as a vehicle and just to be healthy, there's that. But then who else does it serve? Why does it matter to you to be healthy? Who else are you a vehicle for love and connection, or for some kind of support that people rely on you for something, and it's important for you to keep yourself healthy? Perhaps you've got some other vision, some other way that you want to serve people. Charity begins at home. You got to take care of yourself first before you can really serve others effectively. So that's just a bigger context or way to fill that purpose tank just when it comes to taking care of your own health and well-being. So it may seem like something at first that's self-absorbed or self-indulgent or something along those lines. It's self-care, yes, but you can stock purposes up for it, because if you're taking care of yourself, you are in a better situation. You're a better vehicle for serving other people. So think of it that way. If you're a parent, that's very easy. It's at the level of family. If you're a caregiver, same thing. If you've got other family members, and this is where connection starts to tie in with purpose. People that you connect with, well, they're going to want you to be around and to be healthy. People that care about you, people that you care about. You want to be healthy for them and to be around for them. So it's just a different way to look at it, a different perspective. And the way that I always sum it up is, remember the 3 P's. Purpose provides perspective. The 3 P's. Never forget that, okay? So even if it's not some big grandiose mission or higher purpose that you've got in life, just the things that you're doing day to day, find and create purpose for them. You know, you're not BSing yourself here. There is real purpose in there, because as a human being, and I get it that this time can be challenging when it comes to connection, there are still people that you connect with. There are still people that rely on you, that rely on you in different ways. Perhaps it's a business setting, a professional setting. Whatever the case may be, there is purpose to be found in just about everything that you do. All right. So I hope that you find this helpful. And reply in the comments. Let me know what you think. Would love to hear from you. Thanks so much, and take care.